The bridge between worlds. For as long as anyone could remember, the small village of Solara stood at the edge of a great chasm. The ravine was vast, its bottom hidden beneath thick mists that churned like restless spirits. Legends spoke of a bridge that once spanned the gap, connecting Solara to a neighboring realm, a land of abundance and wisdom. But the bridge had crumbled long ago, leaving only whispers of its existence. Arden, a young carpenter with a curious mind, spent his days repairing the worn wooden houses of the village. Unlike his neighbors, who accepted the chasm as an unchangeable barrier, Arden often stood at its edge, gazing at the swirling mist below. He felt an unexplainable pull, a need to uncover what lay beyond. One day, while exploring the forest near the chasm, Arden discovered a fragment of ancient stone, etched with strange symbols. As he cleaned the dirt away, he realized it was part of the lost bridge. The symbols seemed to pulse with a faint, golden light, as if calling out to him. Determined, Arden brought the fragment to Elder Kale, the village historian. "This is from the old bridge," the elder confirmed, his voice tinged with both awe and fear. "It is said the bridge was built by both our ancestors and theirs. To rebuild it, both sides must agree." "But how can we reach the other side?" Arden asked. Kale sighed. "That is the question no one has answered." Undeterred, Arden began crafting a plan. With the elder's guidance, he carved replicas of the ancient symbols and placed them on a wooden raft. He then pushed the raft into the chasm, letting the mists carry it to the unseen land beyond. Days passed without response, and Arden's hope waned. But on the 7th morning, he awoke to find a new raft on the village shore. Upon it were tools, wood, and stones etched with symbols of the same glowing light. The village buzzed with excitement and fear. Some argued it was a trap, while others, inspired by Arden's courage, joined him in his effort. Slowly, stone by stone, beam by beam, the bridge began to rise. As they built, golden threads of light wove themselves through the structure, binding it with an otherworldly strength. One day, the mist parted, revealing figures on the far side of the chasm. They were people, like the villagers, but with different clothing and tools that gleamed like polished starlight. The two sides stood at the edge of the incomplete bridge, hesitant yet curious. Arden stepped forward, holding out his hand. A figure from the other side mirrored the gesture, meeting him halfway. As their hands touched, a surge of light illuminated the entire chasm, and the bridge completed itself in a radiant flash. From that day on, the two villages were no longer separated. They exchanged stories, knowledge, and resources, thriving together in ways they had never imagined. And Arden, who had dared to reach across the divide, became a symbol of unity and courage, a reminder that even the deepest chasms could be bridged when people chose to build together.